Hi guys, welcome back. Leslie Moore at HL Flake. I am the product manager, and we're going to be talking about mechanical innovations today. Alex?
Yeah, so our next guest is Greg Hebner with Allegion, and they're going to be talking about the new Schlage Alx Series. It's going to be replacing the tried and true AL Series. It's a major update for that Alx Series. It's been around for so long. So with that, we're going to take it to Greg, and Greg's going to be talking about the new ALX.
Hi Greg, welcome.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So Greg, tell us, why make the change from AL?
So we've been producing that lock for the better part of 35 years now. And there's increasing pressure from a bunch of competitors out in the marketplace. I mean, the cylindrical lock market is one of those marketplaces where we have ample competitors out there that put constant pressure on us to be able to win those jobs. So, the Schlage brand has been pretty well recognized. It's been out there a long time in the market for the cylindrical lock line. So we were looking at ways that we could make our lock, our brand, stand out relative to our competitors, and also add value to the market.
Sure.
So what makes it different? Because I know there's a lot of it's completely different than anything else that's out there. So what makes it different? Because I am sure customers are probably wondering, what's the ALX versus the AL? What innovation could you really do to a cylindrical lock? So what exactly are some of the upgrades and updates that were made?
So we get a lot of requests in that grade 1 space around features and functions and stuff like that, where we just don't get that kind of same request for a grade 2 product. I mean, the grade 2 product category is usually pretty cookie cutter in terms of the functions that they want and features that they're asking for. So one of the things we were looking at doing was trying to make a product that would satisfy some of the other requests that we get as a company. So our customers come back to us all the time asking us to try to constantly refine our business processes so that we are an easier company to deal with and work with. And that was really kind of the theme or the goal for this project, was just to make a product that was super simple to work with. So on our first graphic, we have a couple of things that kind of stand out that are unique for that product line. So in the chassis itself, we've been able to kind of reinvent what this product can do. So on the AL product line today, if you look at that graphic, you can see some of the components that are in there. These are function-specific components. And on AL today, it's not only those components that are function-specific, but it's also the chassis that's function-specific, because there's components inside that are unique to each of those functions, like whether it's a passage function or if it's an entrance function, et cetera, right? So with this new platform, we've been able to separate the function away from that chassis. So we have a universal chassis that supports every function that we offer. In addition to that, this chassis can also support either vanal guard or non-vanal guard. It's built in to every chassis product, all right? So with that separation of that function from that chassis, that allows us to do give a lot of flexibility within delivering that product, and we'll show that here in a minute. Another thing that we've done with the product line is really try to simplify our overall Schlage approach. So instead of having AL specific trim and then also having ND specific trim, we are now sharing a lot of those componentries. So the levers are shared between the two product lines. The rose trim is also shared. So that just makes the supply chain from our factory to that door just a simpler product to work with. Just fewer components to need to verify that you have or to go out and get. So just trying to make it as easy as possible.
Awesome. So what does this lock bring to the market?
So the big thing that it really drives is the ability to offer new delivery models. So today we have, for the ND and prior to, last week for the AL, everything was basically a factory configured lock, right? We deliver to our wholesale partners, our locksmith partners would then pick it up. With the new ALX, what we can do though is we can break down complexity and offer multiple delivery models, right? So factory configured locks are still going to be there, but we also have an option now where you can do a lock less lever and be able to manage the complexity of just the levers, styles, cores, finishes, etc. This is actually a pretty unique tool that we've had in the past, but just never been really set up to work really well and work as a nice delivery model. So with the lever packs that we offer now, we've got bulk pricing in those lever packs that makes all this pricing for locks less lever in the lever packs net out. So in addition to that, when we get into more complex offerings where finishes can become more of a factor, we have a full kit system where you can break out a chassis kit, your function kits, and then your lever packs. So it's a really flexible system in terms of allowing our wholesale partners to be able to support the market needs. And then for our locksmith partners, they gain the benefit of knowing that their wholesale partners are well equipped to be able to support those oddball needs that may arise from day-to-day business, right? So you guys have the ability to offer that product in a much quicker manner and a broader breadth of product line to be able to supply to your locksmith partners. Also, some of the locksmiths that we talked to and worked with in developing this product, some of these guys did have that kind of size and scale that they could use this stuff. I mean, there's some guys out there that really have 20, 30 trucks that they have a little bit of inventory on hand that they're just distributing to their drivers every day, their techs as they go out. So some of this stuff may actually be able to scale down for these guys so that they can use this. And then ultimately, when you get to that job where the customer's told you, hey, I've got this push button thingy that I think would be this kind of a lock. You think it's a privacy lock, and then you walk up to the door, and obviously it's an entrance function. So this lock with that kind of chassis, it can be reconfigured on site if you have a couple of components on your truck. So, I mean, there's a lot of flexibility for this product line that offers a lot of solutions, just to get you out of a jam. So it's really just trying to make this product line more like a tool to help our locksmith partners make money. Right?
Yeah, definitely. Flexibility is key for sure.
Yeah, I could see that being really beneficial. Like you said, when you get caught up in a jam and you thought it was an entry, but it ends up being like a storeroom or passage or whatever other scenario. But not having to call your supplier to order another lock, next day air. And usually those situations always happen like on a Friday and they need it done that day. And knowing that you can do that right then and there on the job site, that's really big because nobody else has anything like this in the grade 2 category. So wow, this is great.
Again, is really around trying to make business easier for our wholesale partners and for our locksmith partners. So,
right.
So,
all right, perfect. Yeah, thanks a lot. We really, really appreciate it, and thanks for the time and the explanation for the new ALX series. We're a stocking distributor, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, we already have them in stock. I think they're already here.
Yeah,
I know we
they
ordered
should
them.
be.
So that's great.
They're on
so
order.
Yeah, if you need them, give us a call.
So definitely more flexibility and less room on the shelf, right? Because you can get components and put them together.
You start thinking about that. You can just
in their van, they don't have to carry as many full sets with them. And,
right, you can have a couple levers and a couple of chassis, and you're good to go. Versus having, those big 2 boxes.
Yeah, there's multiple ways that this can be used, right? I mean, it's I don't want to call it the Swiss Army knife of locks here, but it's kind of got that modularity and capability to it. So
right.
Well, Greg, thanks so much for being with us today, and everybody go check them out at the Allegiant Schlage booth. And
thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.
And thank you. Okay, and now we are going to move on to Leroy Garza. And he's going to be here to talk about some of the new Assa Abloy products. Hi, Leroy.
Hello. Thank you for having us today. Really excited to be here.
Thanks for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with Assa Abloy?
Sure. My name is Leroy Garza. I'm the regional director for the aftermarket at Assa Abloy. I help manage our aftermarket business and help direct all of our aftermarket sales teams in the field that roughly are upwards over about 500 professionally trained Assa Abloy sales specialists. I share this role, by the way, with three of my counterparts managing the other three territories, the Northeast, the West, and the Central U.S.
Okay, great. Well, a lot of our customers have a lot of focus on aftermarket business. And are there any trends you can tell us about that our customers should prepare for in 2021?
Well, 2020 was an unprecedented year, to say the least. We continue to work harder at listening more to the market and finding new and unique ways to position our solutions along with our partners to help the security professional community grow. Well, we have seen some trends that were bubbling up through the pandemic and continue to rise. Many of them are really revolving around frictionless, touchless, and safer to open solutions around the opening. Assa Abloy will have a high focus on the upgrade market this year, and especially on how we're delivering those solutions to our partner community, making sure that we're allowing them to upgrade easily, safely, and securely. But more importantly, also making sure we're prepared at Assa Abloy with respects to speed to market, making sure that we have the avenues for you as our partners to get what you need when you need it.
Great.
So what are some of the things you guys have been focusing in on this year, at least from a product perspective?
Sure. Well, as you know, Assa Abloy has been known in the past one of the 100 most innovative companies in the world. If you look at Forbes magazine, 4 out of the last 6 years, we're so grateful to our engineering teams to continue to develop a lot of these solutions that adapt to the security environment. But some of the things that we're doing internally is we continue to invest in innovation, technology, and our people. But most importantly, what Assa Abloy and what we're really thankful for is the ability to invest in our partner community. We have well over 700 sales resources available coming as we come out of this pandemic to help our security professionals across the country and our channel partners and assist them in navigating through a lot of this Assa Abloy opening solutions that are out there. So we're very happy and we're very eager, if you will, to get in the field with all of you folks as we open up.
Yeah, so it's very exciting. I know there's a couple of products that you guys are talking about. There's some highlights at a couple of the booths you guys have. I know Medical M4 is one of them. The other one's the retrofit kits, right? Which you and I were on a call earlier this week about.
Yeah, we're very appreciative to have 3 booths this year at your show. Thank you for that, by the way. One of our booths will be focused on our Phoenix brands. They'll be highlighting products from HES, Securitron, Adams Rite, and Alarm Controls. I would encourage the folks at the show to go to the booth and take a look at the solution we're very excited about in 2021, and that is the release of HES's new ES100 wireless electric Aperio strike. Just a very unique way of cutting costs at the opening and leveraging the existing infrastructure that security professional has made with a potential end user. Just a great solution. We also will be highlighting monitoring power supplies, as well as the Pullman latch from Adams Rite that just got released. As far as our architectural hardware group booth, a couple of solutions that you mentioned right now we'll be highlighting is our Aero indicator Deadbolt. Now, this is truly one of the first of its kind because it allows us to do indication of whether the door is secure on both sides of the opening. You might wonder, where would that potentially come up? And I know many of us have felt that dreaded feeling being in a situation in a changing room or a restroom, not knowing whether or not the folks outside that opening know whether the door is secure. So we do feel that this solution is warranted in the marketplace. It's been asked for, and we're hoping to see a lot of it move off your shelves into the marketplace. We'll also be highlighting some of PEMCO's newly released excessive door gap solutions. Many end users invest a lot of money in making sure their facilities are meeting fire code. As you well know, they come to you and say, hey, I need to buy certain solutions to make sure my opening meets code. PEMCO's excessive door gap solutions allow our security professionals to go pick up some of these solutions at your warehouse and bring a existing facility back up to code in a very cost-effective manner. And then finally, you mentioned Medico. We're so thankful to our partners for you guys to let us have our own Medico booth this year, where we're so excited about highlighting our M4 solution. We feel it is the greatest and latest high security mechanical key system technology in the market. And I'll leave you with a couple of points here that I would really want you to, as you go into the booth, to kind of learn more in depth about. One of them being its increased key control design by allowing us to put a movable element in the key itself. Why you say, well, we know that 3D printing is not going away. So are the copying and duplication of keys, unwarranted copy, if you will. We feel that this design in the key is going to allow us to get some more control over that security at the opening. We've also extended the patent to 2040 on the key system. And more importantly, we've enhanced the master keying capacities of the system with M4 to allow your current security professionals to manage current infrastructure as well as future install base that they're managing today. So really excited about the Medico booth. I would be remiss if you mentioned earlier some of the trends that we're seeing. Intelligent keys with Medico continues to be a double-digit trend that we see growing in the marketplace throughout the country. So I'd also ask that the folks at the show go to the Medico booth, learn more about M4, ask about intelligent keys and how we're using them in the marketplace, where we're seeing them, and what it would take to learn and train on some of those solutions.
Well, speaking of training, Leroy, could you touch on a little bit the Assa University, that the training is available? Because I know
Sure.
It's a great program. Yeah.
Sure. So Assa Abloy for the last roughly 10 years has invested into what we call Assa Abloy Academy. It's very easy to gain access to. For the folks at the show, you can simply go to assaabloyacademy.com, where you will find hundreds upon hundreds of free virtual-led or instructor-led video training modules on everything from designing master key systems to understanding the basics of access control to coring a door. This is free to the public. For business professionals, security professionals that want to help manage their employees, there's also a portal within the Assa Abloy Academy that allows you to track how your employees or how your business is training within the Assa Abloy Academy. So I'd ask you that to take advantage of that, and any of the folks at the show to just go to assaabloyacademy.com, and it's really a great tool for our partners, and it just continues to grow every year because A, it's free, and B, it's just a great resource. I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention we made some enhancements to the Assa Abloy customer support app this year. For those of you that are not familiar with it, it's easily obtained. Again, it's free. You can download it from on your Android or your iPhone or iPad. But this customer support app allows you to have a direct access to our technical support folks. Also, we've enhanced a video streaming component to the app. For instance, if you're at a job site, you need to really understand what's going on. I think, Alex, you mentioned those dreaded calls on a Friday afternoon. Perfect sense. I mean, now you have an ability to take a video, stream it live with a technical support person at one of our factories, HES or Medico. Maybe we can help you address it immediately. So just a couple of really cool and unique solutions and resources that are available to the partner community.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is. That's a great resource. I'm going to speak to that because I've actually had to use it with one of our customers, and it worked out very well. Just knowing that they were able to stream somebody and kind of have that face-to-face interaction, made them feel important, and the customer got taken care of, which is exactly what we're looking for. And the Assa Abloy University, that is a great tool. I use it with all of the new hires. We sign them up, and I ask them to take as many of the classes as we can because it is a really good resource, and you guys have invested heavily in it in 2021, during the beginning of the pandemic, which was a great move. And we really appreciate it.
We thank you. We're very excited as we continue to open up. I can't tell you how much we all are really looking forward to working closer and doing the show again in person soon. So thank you again for this opportunity, and I'd ask everybody to go visit our booths and learn more about these solutions.
Definitely. Go visit the Assa booths. And thank you, Leroy, for being here and educating us. And go hear more about indicator deadbolts, M4, and everything else there is, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Leroy.
Thank you, sir.